within the borders of Nigeria. And of course, we will be taking steps to convey our condolences to the government and the good, peace-loving people of Sokoto State. Our appeal, however, is that we want to strongly appeal to all Nigerians, and the media should help us in this process. This is the only country that we have. We must do everything. I'm not trying to paraphrase our president. We must do everything to give every Nigerian a sense of security, regardless of his accident of birthplace, which some people refer to as ethnic origin, regardless of his choice of residence, or even of his religious beliefs. It is not helpful to national effort as securing lives and property if any Nigerian, including religious leaders and the media, seeks to explain criminality in terms of religion or ethnic origin. This is unhelpful in terms of our collective responsibility to work with security agencies to provide useful information that can lead not only to arrest of criminals, but also that can help the security agencies to preempt every plan and any plan by any criminal to undermine our collective security. Just to further elaborate on this, those responsible for the wanton killings in Sokoto and those who are victims of those killings, they are of the same ethnic origin and unarguably of the same religious persuasion. The same thing is true in Zamfara State. It is not between one ethnic group or the other. And so if these same criminals found themselves in other parts of the country as they have done from time to time, and it happens that their victims are of different ethnic origin, we should insist that we treat them for who they are. Criminals that government has a duty to pursue and chase out of the territory of Nigeria, and those who are perpetrating crimes, bring them to justice in accordance with the provisions of our laws. As a nation, we should all be united, not only in condemning these wanton killings, but we should also be united in helping government to do what it has to do to compel security agencies to live up to their mandate. It is clearly unhelpful and it borders on divisive politics if we seek to explain criminality either in religious terms or in ethnic terms. Truth is, for a believer, and I am a believer, my religion asks me to condemn even the killings of a pagan. So whether you are a believer or non-believer, government has a duty to protect all citizens, regardless of their religious belief. So I ask you, the media, to help us to explain, to enlighten, and to educate that it doesn't help the process of law enforcement if crime and criminality and criminals are identified in terms of their ethnic origin or even in terms of their religious persuasion. But we are together as a party with Nigerians that these killings start condemned, and our national security and law enforcement agents must do everything possible practically to convince Nigerians that under their leadership that we are safe and secured. They must continue to review their tools of managing security in the light of new developments. But we ask Nigerians to have faith that President Muhammadu Buhari's government is determined to do everything possible to secure the lives and property of Nigerians. After all, that was one of the three key policy objectives that this government committed itself to. But unfortunately, as much as we have made enormous progress, for which we cannot but commend Mr. President and commend our security chiefs, to the extent that they have weakened Boko Haram to a level that they now strike intermittently. Unfortunately, while we are counting gains in this area, new forms of criminality is emerging. We need the same kind of national effort and unanimity in working together to defeat these new criminals that are emerging. We as a party, we will work with the government and encourage the government to do everything it has to do to bring criminals to justice and secure the lives and property of every Nigerian, regardless of their location. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is the purpose for inviting you, and I thank you for joining us in celebrating the Ekiti election. After all, election done elsewhere last year, some journalists managed to escape bullets, others suffer some physical injuries in part of the South in the last governorship election. But this time we are happy that the security people were able to secure everyone. So once again, thank you so very much.